Alrighty, it's the See You Later. It's the slightly more uncut and unedited version of our podcast/radio show. I'm Father Chris Decker. Alongside me, we got Kathleen Lee.
Here I am.
Here she is. Send her.
Yes.
Mary Kate Taylor.
I like to call this a Star Trek hour.
The Star Trek hour. So that could be a whole other podcast. Oh, boy, could it. Yeah.
You could beam me out for that one.
That's true. Jeff Blackwell's over there in the booth.
I Captain.
Teleport room.
He's giving it all he's got.
Yeah.
And Father Ryan Humphreys, who is back. It's so good to have you back, Father, because I've missed not only your voice, and I promise I'm not getting mushy here, but I've also missed your perspective.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, and it's very true. I mean, let me tell you, Jason Elizondo, Chris Williston, Roberto Veri, star-studded cast. Mm-hmm. We really pulled out all the stops while you were away and getting settled in your parish, but it's good to have you back.
Well, thank you. I'm very happy to be back. I found myself on Sunday evening, even though I was not finishing up my day till 4 and 5 in the afternoon, going, I should be doing the show. But
now I have to ask you a very candid question. Did you ever think that would be the case?
That I would miss the show?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, very much.
You really?
I love doing the show.
See, because
there are times when it's exhausting, but no, I love doing the show.
And it's amazing now that technology is what it is. The show is actually a little bit easier to produce.
Significantly for me. I mean, when we first started this, it was a nightmare, and now while we're talking, I can do the rundown. The Google Doc is so much. We found we've hit our sweet spot on what that should look like and how it should work. We don't have to go back and redesign the thing every 2 hours, and that's really nice.
That's right. I like to think that we've hit the good place.
If we can just get this show set up, smoothed out a little bit.
I should take. You know what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to.
Yeah, do that.
I guess I can't do it. I'm going to use Kathleen's phone.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a picture of what we've got going on in the studio. You can go to our show notes at CatholicUnderground.tv.
I could swing this camera around if you like.
And you can see what we've got to work with here. So Kathleen, say something.
While he's taking a picture, something like cheese or something.
Oh, yeah.
No.
SpaghettiOs. Oh, no? Okay.
But really, I think Father got here about 1:30 this afternoon, and I didn't get here till after, it was 3 or close to 4 o'clock. And then we chased down this ground problem for, over an hour, and finally got that worked out. And then we had some issues connecting to, but it always seems to work out, and we get there, but it's, a little sweat and.
Yeah, I always come in and I always want to know what's not working today. And it's always one. That's what I love about it, techie stuff, is it's always one thing that wasn't plugged in, or it's the wrong plug-in. It's plugged into the wrong thing, and the whole thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so you've always got Father Chris under tables and
crawling,
going from one side to the other, and
it's never pretty.
And just minutes before,
he's got a sparkly phone. Look at that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that on tape. Go ahead.
And minutes before we go on the air, he's over there having to recycle. The recorder?
Today it was my fault. It was totally my fault.
Oh, okay.
There's a new setting in YouTube that if you're doing YouTube live, you can either when somebody clicks play on the YouTube player, it can either go to right where you are, or you can have them start watching from the beginning.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I had that checked. That box was checked. So if somebody would have tuned in, they would have been however many minutes behind. Actually, probably almost an hour behind, since we actually were live streaming a little bit earlier in private, and that wouldn't have been pretty. And so I was trying. I'll just turn it off. Well, I ended up messing up the whole feed.
So you got some pictures of all the cables on the floor?
I do. I have pictures of the cables on the floor.
And Father Ryan, the old joke is you want some meatballs to go with that spaghetti down there?
That's exactly right.
I've heard it.
So Kathleen, if you can send me that picture, I will put it on our internet web picture thing.
All right.
Maybe I'll put it on. What should I use? Should I use Facebook? Should I use Twitter? I don't know. You're the social media strategist, Father Ryan.
What I like about these things is, if you post to one, if I use Instagram and I post to one, I can post to 4.
Oh.
All at the same time.
Sure.
Which really aggravates people, because then they have.
Bling, bling, bling.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get all that.
But I don't
Yeah,
care.
I think Facebook is the place to go, Father, on our CU page, which we don't keep up to date as much as we should. We need to do more with that.
We should. I try, but
it's very hard. I mean, there's no joke. It's very difficult to keep up with a page and just to keep up with interactions because Facebook is so confusing in the way it does notifications.
Yeah. I'm only one priest.
Oh.
Well, why can't you turn off likes? I don't care if anybody likes anything I did. I have no interest in likes. I just want to know about comments.
Yeah.
But I've got a little world says 41, and then I've got to hike through and find the 3 that are actual comments.
Yeah.
And it's
That makes it just nightmare.
And of
to do
course,
this kind
Father
of
Ryan,
stuff.
being the OCD guy that he is, if it's an odd numbered like, that will not do.
Ooh.
You see?
Yeah. Let's not talk about it.
That's right. Mebs, drop it. Yeah. So we thought we'd maybe talk a little bit about back to school. You heard me, Kathleen.
No.
Back to school. Well, but it's something that's fun, right? So there are sales and there are ad campaigns, and one of the things that we don't often think about is how, like, buying a new pencil case. Do you remember when you went to school?
Oh, yeah.
And you bought a new pencil case?
Oh, yeah.
And it was brand new? Oh, man. I think that my inordinate love for office supplies began as a small child because of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I do. I love office supplies.
Fresh
I got
paper and
3 staplers on you.
I myself love the office supplies, and I found out why.
Yep.
I went to my mom is a principal of a high school, and I went to her office one day, and I'm looking for a pencil, and I pull out her middle drawer.
Yeah.
It's like an Office Depot in there. I mean, pens and pencils, and all like neatly categorized by pen, pencil, color pens, markers. It's crazy.
That's your mom.
And then I was like, because that's me.
I want to go to there.
Yeah, it's like it opened and it was like, oh, and I was like, yes, this is awesome.
And so it's the same thing with tech as well, Father, right? Because little itty bitty small upgrades can do wonderful things for the soul.
Yeah, I mean, we think, oh, geez, I need to buy a new computer. But have you ever thought about stopping and buying, say, a new monitor or a new keyboard or a new mouse? And it can make your desktop or even a laptop, frankly, feel like it's something new and exciting.
Yeah.
And if you really feel like you need to upgrade your computer, you can always bump the RAM or the hard drive, but it's good to buy something you can see, a new case or an accessory or even an app that would otherwise be that something a full thing would be too expensive to buy a new iPad. But a new iPad case may make you feel like it's something. It gives you a little bit of psychological, kind of
Yeah.
And then you can move on. And at back to school time, it's really easy to think, I need to buy a new iPad because we're going back to school. Or I need to buy a new laptop because I'm going back to school. And that's a lot of time going to be just a waste of money.
Yeah. That's ultimately that's true. That's true. And actually, I need to upgrade my RAM. I was thinking about that the other day. I have an old laptop because actually we're redesigning my bulletin again, and just to kind of freshen it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something that I'm sure is going to make the bulletin company not like me.
They hate me.
With a fiery hatred.
There's a picture up in New Jersey with my face and a dartboard behind it.
Or do not field calls from this man.
Yeah.
That's right. But we're going to use Apple Pages to do it. Now, Pages is kind of like Microsoft Word, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's yeah. Microsoft Word is kind of that's Bush League compared to compared to Pages, because Pages actually graphically it's more adept. And actually, I don't know, Father, have you found that working with Apple Pages that it's kind of more intuitive? It knows what to do with the text that you put in it.
Oh, it's much smarter. I did my former bulletin in Pages and loved it. We're doing the current bulletin in InDesign.
Oh, yeah, which is an industry standard.
Yeah, it's a high-end thing. And, of course, the fine people from the company that shall not be named called and said, what did you send us? And we said, we sent you the thing. And they went, it's not the right settings. We said, well, what can we do to help you?
Right.
And she said, what are you using? And she said, InDesign. We don't know how to deal with that. And I said, it's an industry standard. I mean, it's CS5. It's what could possibly be confusing?
Wow.
And so they're going to make you buy
Publisher.
Acrobat.
Acrobat Distiller.
Yeah, that you need to, and you already have it on your computer, but you probably have to get a copy for your secretary's computer.
Yeah, well, no, we have one for the office computer.
Okay,
so basically,
if you have Distiller,
basically what
it works
I
fine.
do is I'm going to float her the PDF, and then she'll distill it. And
Yeah, we just made a setting, and in fact, they walked us through what we needed.
Yeah,
and we were able to do it. But
which, if you totally want to send me that setting, I'll totally buy you, a pizza I
Okay,
can't
I
back
was thinking
that
a
up.
car, but okay. We can do that.
No, I'll
Lebanese food.
Yeah, by pizza I mean Lebanese food.
Shawarma. But
A pizza that's shawarma without the bread and sauce.
Let's not give Italian food a bad name.
I'll buy you some Zotter. There you go.
by the way,
Yeah.
you said something the other day that just actually the light went on. For years, the difference between Apple and
Orange.
Well, Microsoft, should I say it?
Oh, Apple and Microsoft.
Yeah, the Apple being designed by like an artist.
Yeah. It was dreamed up. It was dreamed up by a guy who's not a coder.
Okay, yeah. Versus an engineer.
Whereas Microsoft, Bill Gates was not an artist. He was a coder. He was knee deep in the hashtags before hashtags were cool.
Well,
and would you say that's true, Father? That Apple came from a design place, whereas Microsoft came from a code place.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
And so that's why, even though Microsoft will allow you to monkey around with it more. Mm-hmm. There's actually a little bit less that you can do with some of their software.
Yeah.
Whereas Apple, their software, the open source thing, is very artsy. You see?
Well, it's a lot like you and me. I mean, when you look at a web page you've designed and a web page I've designed, mine is highly focused on getting the information across in the most methodical, direct, and obvious way, and yours is concerned with, making it something that is an experience.
Yeah.
And both are really viable systems.
Sure.
Although I think what made the Jobs thing, the Apple thing work is that he had Wozniak behind the scenes saying, here's what you need from a coder's perspective, now make it beautiful.
Yeah.
Whereas that never happened with Microsoft, and so Apple really is designed by an artist, but with a genius behind the scenes saying, this is what we've got to have to make it work.
Yeah. Which is why I actually have fairly good content in the things that I design now. Mm-hmm. He is the Woz to my Jobs. I
don't think that will work out perfectly.
No, not exactly. No, you weigh less.
So which one of you is Watson? Which one of you is Sherlock?
Ryan would be Sherlock, without a doubt.
Only because, are you saying I have a massive cocaine problem and smoke a pipe?
Yes.
Okay,
that is what he's saying.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, now that you mention it. No, but it is with Father Ryan and myself. It's almost like, Father Ryan, that was a dashing good observation. And then Ryan just pats me on the head. You go, well,
from his cloud of smoke.
That's right. And then he plays his rutting violin or mandolin or whatever stringed instrument he happens to have.
The violin sounds so bad now; it's just terrible.
Yeah.
I've been playing for a year and a half, and I still can't even. It's just not good.
You are in fact playing a violin and not a cat. Right.
It's hard to tell.
In the dark, which is the optimal place and time to play the violin.
My fingers are so big that I'm trying desperately to work this thing, and it just sounds, I'm trying just to fit my fingers on the board, and every time I bow it, it sounds like I'm brutally assaulting some animal. Some small feral thing.
Maybe, Father Ryan, you need just one of those big basses for the jazz freeform.
Well, I'm seriously thinking about switching to cello because my hands would actually fit on the thing.
There you go.
Oh, that's true.
I play guitar, I play piano, I play harmonica, so it's not like I'm just desperate to have another instrument to play. But I find that it's good for the human person to have something I don't know how to do that just allows me to kind of forces me to learn something new.
And you tip it on its side, and cello, it's a bass.
Cello.
Ba-da-ba.
Yeah.
You have a punster in our
well, what can I say?
From the Catholic Underground.
That's right. I'm Father Chris Decker, alongside Kathleen Lee, Mary Kate Taylor, Jeff Blackwell, Father Ryan Humphreys, and we're doing the See You Later. The only reason I just did that is because I'm trying to practice.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, you like that?
I like when it's like somebody whispers in the background, "See."
You want to hear it again?
Yeah, do it again.
From the Catholic Underground.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I like it a lot.
Jeff Blackwell does this. Should we play, since you're a captive audience and you're listening right now, should we also play the other rejoin? Or wait, I don't know if I can load it because I don't think I have it. Hold on.
Well,
I'm gonna load Jeff's other two. I'm not making fun of you, Jeff. I
yes,
promise.
you are. You and Father Ryan both.
That's right.
You put me in my place this afternoon. You commissioned me to do those the IDs and stuff like that.
I love them all.
And then you ridicule me off the air, and now here we are.
Well,
I think they're delightful. Why? What? I didn't
just
pick
A
on
and
you,
B.
Jeff.
A and B.
No, A and B. He's talking about the music he doesn't like.
I didn't say I don't like it.
Oh no, we were picking on the music. Yeah, the music was it was awesome.
Yeah.
No, it
What
wasn't.
music was used?
You
Yes,
didn't
it
say
was.
that earlier.
But in a totally way I can't talk about right now, it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So
On the air.
Here's the one that Jeff made, which is awesome. Okay.
By the way, I have control over that.
Yeah, he does.
I can turn that off.
He can. I love it though. Maybe for like a soft topic, you know. It's the Catholic Underground. Oh, I didn't get that part. The
Because you were too quick to judge. I'm
That's
telling
right.
you.
It's true. Well,
Father Decker's a music hipster. So
I know.
That's the problem.
It's the See You Later. I'm Father Chris Decker, and you're being kidnapped by the Light FM.
Caffeine.
It is. It's
Yeah, I hear
awesome.
That's
I mean,
got a
it's
great
like,
sound. I just didn't.
Shaken, not stirred. That's what
That's right. I didn't give it the full.
It's the men with the jazz.
That's right. It's freeform.
I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, I can play the
Coming
other
into
one.
smooth groove.
That's right.
Of
Okay.
your
Here.
Catholic faith.
And that's right. Here we.
Spinning the Baltimore Catechism in the late night.
Oh my.
There it is. There it is. It's the See You Later. I'm Father Chris Decker. We got Jeff Blackwell, Mary Kay Taylor, Kathleen Lee, and Father Ryan Humphreys, and we're talking about things.
Power ballads.
This reminds me of Saved by the Bell.
It is. It's kind of Saved by the Belly. Oh, did I just say that? No, Bellish.
Bel-Air.
You're saved by the belly.
Do your Scottish accent.
I don't think so. TMR 1013 in the chat room says, "Join the club, Jeff. They always make fun of me."
Oh, God, love ya.
And we do. I'm sorry to all of my friends in the British Isles and in Scotland. Sorry.
We just want to be like you.
No, you don't. Have you seen me?
Those
Yeah.
are my people.
That's right. Those are your people. The
Southern
Humphreys.
Scotland and Northern England.
Now, was it you that
Humphreys.
was it you that was telling me about the clerical tartan?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I
Yeah.
wish I could buy one. It's
That
just so
is cool.
expensive.
Yeah.
I did not
Yeah.
know about that.
Clerics have the tartan that they can wear.
Yeah, and you're not really supposed when you're a cleric, you're not supposed to wear your family tartan anymore.
Right.
You're just supposed to wear the blue clerical tartan.
In the same way that you would drop doctor before your name.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know,
Aha.
once you become a
Cool.
priest, it supersedes all other
So
titles.
you wouldn't be Father Doctor.
Especially
No.
when you think that you're giving up that identity
right.
within family.
That's
or the
correct.
family, the church. It's very
That's right.
interesting.
You're in a sense you're married into a new clan,
Yeah.
as it were.
Interesting.
Ah.
You know, the church becomes your bride, and it's funny because you take her last name, she doesn't take yours
Very beautiful.
as a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. There
Yeah.
it is.
Ding.
Because why not?
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah,
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
I do
Now,
have. Go
I
ahead.
should add though that while you take the tartan of the cleric,
Mhm.
the sporin
dear.
is can continue to be one worn that maybe have family traditions associated with it, like fur or tassels of your family.
Oh yes,
But it should not be fancy because
Okay.
that would constitute breaking with the promise of
simplicity
spirit
of
poverty.
life. Yeah.
The sporin is the kind of man purse that wears
that's
in
right.
the front of the
It's
kilt.
the satchel, the pouch,
Yeah.
as it were.
A sporin,
I
not neosporin. That would be bad.
no, Neosporin would be a new one. Right.
You want an old one?
I'd like a slightly used sporin.
Hey, by the way, while we're talking
Don't.
like this, what is that that pudding that's made from sheep innards?
Blood pudding.
Haggis?
Haggis.
Haggis?
Yeah.
Haggis.
Yeah.
Apparently, in Lafayette, they have a product called a ponce,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Oh.
is basically a haggis,
Huh.
Yeah, because it's in a stomach, I believe.
but is smoked rather than boiled,
Yeah.
and contains food that doesn't taste disgusting.
Probably has rice in it too.
Well,
Only has boudin.
that's a given.
Boudin
It's basically a
beverage.
paella in a stomach.
Yeah, well, it's boudin shoved into a stomach with whole sausages and other things like that together,
Ugh.
and you
Kathleen?
smoke the whole thing.
I don't even want to talk about it. Oh,
No, you're not there.
no. Mm-mm.
I could play our B re-intro. I'm
Yeah,
excited about these, Jeff. I'm really excited
it.
about
Oh,
these.
I'm glad.
Okay, ready? Okay.
Do
And then
it.
we'll be done. I promise.
Bring us in.
Okay. It's the Catholic Underground. I'm Father Chris Decker. Jeff Blackwell is riding the board. Mary Kay Taylor. Kathleen Lee, the Faith Ninja. And Father Ryan Humphreys.
Oh yeah,
In a spiritual groove on.
That's right. We have $243 worth of pudding, and it could be yours. I had the $240.
$243.
If
I had to
right.
have the pudding.
Oh, my heavens.
Sorry. Okay. All right.
I had the 240. I had to have the pudding.
We have to change our names to Father Barry and Levon now. You see, that's how it starts. Just telling you now. All right. Well,
With that.
and with that, this has been the See You Later. You've heard us introduce ourselves many, many times already.
Yes.
But you can always join us at 7 p.m. for the radio show, and that's live in New Orleans on 690 a.m., live in Baton Rouge on 1380 a.m., live always on the internet at CatholicCommunityRadio.org or CatholicUnderground.tv, and you can listen to us as well. And you can always get our show notes and everything at CatholicUnderground.com. And the See You Later is what happens after the radio show is over, and you get all this weirdness. It's hard to imagine that this was basically our podcast before.
You need to start playing the Twilight Zone music for this time.
We could. You notice I just like I've never played a Star Trek theme ever.
Why not?
I've never, because this is not the Star Trek hour, Kathleen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Father Ryan Humphreys, thank you as always for joining us.
It's been my distinct pleasure to be back with you.
Yes, TMR 1013 says you didn't make fun of her username.
I tried.
Yeah. There it was. Jeff Blackwell, he rides
Too
the
much
board.
religion. 1013, done.
He rides the board and he rides our hearts. Jeff Blackwell, thank you.
The privilege, Father.
Yes, we got Mary Kate Taylor over there who spins tracks.
Yes. I'm
But-
a DJ
yeah.
at night. and
Yeah.
different things.
With the sunglasses and everything.
I do.
It's a dark building. Why do you wear sunglasses? I'll
She
never
wears
understand.
Blues
the
Brothers, you know.
sunglasses at night.
And Kathleen with the 80s.
There I go.
There it is. There she
Good
goes
night.
again. And you know me, I'm Father Chris Decker. I am somehow the master of this ragtag band of bestubbled fools. And we call ourselves the Catholic Underground. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.